Welcome in to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. I'm David Simpson. We're here on the field of Bill Morris Stadium on this Sunday afternoon as the Blue Devils start preparation for their Thursday night game against the Auburn Tigers. But first, we're going to talk about last Friday night's big win over Helena. And joining me now is head football coach Jake Ganus. Coach, man, what a win Friday night.
It was a team win. And like I said, after the game, I'm just really proud of our kids for finding a way to win there at the end instead of, finding a way to lose. We've struggled in tight games these first, however many it is for me now, 30-something games. And they are tough, but it really goes back to your culture and your foundation, your off season. And I think we finally are starting to kind of reap those rewards a little bit and win that tight one. We've been needing that, and yeah, it was huge.
I want to talk about the Blue Devil family making that trip down. Can you talk about the crowd Friday night?
Yeah, it was huge. They, their stadium was obviously awesome. Yeah. I know our people had a great view overlooking the hills right there. But we had a huge crowd, and in the later part of the game, especially on defense, I really don't hear much. I don't see much. I don't look out in the crowd, but I could definitely feel the energy, and our crowd had our back there at the end to help us get that stop.
It was awesome to have everybody there. We want to thank everybody for making the trip down Friday night. Looks like Helena, their main goal was to stop the run, and it looks like they were loading the box up, but I guess they forgot you had a pretty good quarterback back there and some awesome receivers.
Yeah, Charlie had a great night. And yeah, schematically they are a heavy box team like we'll see a lot in the season, and we have seen, and you got to be able to take shots and hit them vertical, and we were able to have success doing that. We missed on some, but I felt like overall protection and routes and then obviously throwing and catching were a lot better, and we were able to find some success through the air, and that's how football is. A good football team will dictate what you do, and that's what they did. Basically telling us, it's going to be hard to run the ball, and so we found some success through the air.
So Charlie was 14-21 for 351 yards, 2 TDs, but he had 1 rushing TD. So the quarterback draw, is that something new? Have you had it all in your playbook all year and just decided to pull it out Friday night?
Yeah, we've had a draw in, but we hadn't really wanted to use it, and we kind of said this would be a good week to call about. We wanted to go 3 to 5 design Q runs because despite how tall he is, or if you see him scrambling, then he can run and he can go. He's actually a lot faster than a lot of people think. So we do want to get him more involved in the run game, because anytime you run, the quarterback adds a hat to the box and usually evens out those numbers when you get the heavier box. But the Q draw was a great call right there, and it was well executed, and we were able to score.
So the first half you go in, you're up 20-7. They come out the second half, and they mount a long drive. You had a couple of third and longs, couldn't get off the field. Kind of talk about that first drive that Helena had.
Yeah, so it was actually a couple third and short, third and medium, and that was kind of something we talked about, because their identity on offense was run the ball, take a shot, or run the ball, play action in the flats. And so for us, keeping them out of the third and shorts was a big deal, and that's where we did have success when we got off the field on defense. But if you give them 3rd and 3 with potentially 2 downs to get 3 yards, they were a really good football team. They were big, they were physical. O-line did a really, really good job in the running back. Spratling does a really good job running behind his pads. So they made it tough on us all night, but defensively, it was a bend don't break kind of night, and we did that.
I want to talk about the last 5 minutes of the game, because your defense on the field, been on the field a long time, second half, last 5 minutes of the game, you get down, they get in the red zone, they get close. Talk about the last couple of timeouts where you had that third down, you called a timeout, and then on 4th down, you called a timeout and kind of sealed the victory for us. But we were saying that you kind of let the kids play. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, first off, if our offense 2 drives in a row we drop 2 huge passes, one's a touchdown, one's a huge gain, a first down, and we don't ever put our defense in that situation, and that's something I hadn't. Team will be here in a little bit, and we'll address. But we got to stop doing that to our defense. They're playing too good right now just to hang them out to dry. But it is a strength. But as you see from the stats, our offense is really good too, and we got to produce there at the end of the game. But we get down to it, and it gets to that time where you're kind of thinking like, okay, if they score, we need to leave ourselves time to go score and go answer. Right. And so we've been through all these situations. We practiced them, we repped them, and we got to that point in the game where I wanted to start using the timeouts. They threw an incomplete pass. They ran it on 2nd and 3rd down, and we called the last 2 timeouts and then go out there for that 4th down stop. We knew they were going to throw it to 8, so we played DJ off. And when they moved in the slot, the only thing they could do was run the slot fade, and DJ played it perfect. The ball was uncatchable, and he was making a play and attempt to the ball, and the receiver didn't, and that's why they didn't call PI right there, and which was a good call if you go back and watch it. But just really proud of the defense for getting that stand. I mean, they were on the field, like you said, the touchdown drives, the 3 we gave up plus that one were 12-plus play drives.
Wow.
So they didn't have a touchdown drive less than 12 plays, which is hard to do. I mean, that's kudos to them for sustaining drives. I think on the flip side, we had 4 touchdown drives, and I don't think the longest one was 7 plays. We scored in 7 plays or less versus them scoring in 12 plays or more. So definitely, a tale of 2 sides right there. But overall, man, just really proud of the guys for getting that stop.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations. Big victory for your coaching staff, your program, and your players. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Auburn a little bit. Also, we're going to talk to Kylan Baker and Josiah Dozier. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network. Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now is junior wide receiver Josiah Dozier. Josiah, big win Friday night at Helena.
Is it?
Can you talk about the game a little bit?
It was fun coming out, being able to compete with my teammates, my brothers, and then it meant a lot because like the past couple of weeks we haven't been our best, but to come out there and be able to throw the ball, run the ball, do everything we can to win, it was just a great atmosphere and great experience.
You had 2 catches for 101 yards and 1 TD. I thought you had more catches than that, but you had a good night. On the year, it looks like you had 15 receptions for 274 yards and 3 TDs. Kind of talk about your overall performance 5 games into the season.
Well, it's not my best. It's not what I was aiming for, but I mean, I know God has a plan for me in the future coming, but I've just been taking it step by step every week, trying to get better and be better on each game and take it 1%, get 1% better every day.
So has any colleges been contacting you about your performance and about your ability to go to play at the next level?
Yes, sir. It's been several conversations with multiple colleges, but I'm not really ready to get into that right now at the moment. But it's several coaches looking at me and talking to me about my performance on Friday nights and Thursday nights.
Well, that's good. Got a big game Thursday night against the Auburn High School Tigers. Can you talk about Auburn a little bit?
I mean, it's a big one because it's the next one. But I mean, I'm just looking forward and like I say all the time, to compete with my brothers against another team. But I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, just stay tuned.
We're looking forward to it Thursday night.
Yes,
a couple of quick 5 questions for you. What's your favorite food?
I know on the last show I said my mom's cooking, but I mean,
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with her. I'm gonna stay with that. My mom's cooking, but as far as like fast food, I'm gonna say like Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, okay.
Originals.
So what's your favorite class here at Moody High School?
I'm gonna go with Miss Cook's class. She's like the director of the 411 Network, so she's teaching me how to work it in case I.
That's a good answer because she's here watching you, so yeah, you're gonna get extra credit for that. The 411 crew will make sure of that. What's your favorite music and artist?
I listen to all type of music, to be honest. But I cut out the rock because Coach Campbell, I couldn't.
You can handle the rock.
I can handle the rock.
Classic rock.
No, but I'll stick to a little rap. My favorite artist right now might be Rod Wave probably. I listen to him majority of the time. He's full on my playlist.
So what's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, man.
Growing up. You gotta have something that sticks out.
Does it have to do with football?
No, it can be anything.
Well, I'm gonna go with the football one. In youth, it was like what? We called it 115, but it was like 10U, 9U-ish. We were playing against Pell City in our little county championship, whatever it's called. And then a teammate of mine right now, Kayvon Lee, he was a dog back then. He ended up tearing his ACL. So then I had to go to quarterback. And then it was like, I don't remember how much time was on the clock, but I know we were down by like 6 or whatever. And then I scored a game-winning touchdown. And then I got a 2-point conversion. Then we ended up winning 32-30 or something like that. But that was just fun being able to. I still remember that from me being a little kid. So
That's great.
that would be one
You
of
carry
my
that with you the rest of your
rest
life.
of my life. That's the story I'm gonna tell everybody.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Plans after football's over and when you're through with college. What's the plan for Josiah? What do you want to be when you?
Of course, I want to go to the next level with the league. But if that doesn't work out, I'll end up becoming like a doctor or something like that. Or find a way to
Give back to the community.
Give back to the community. Probably come back out here, Coach Ganus, and coach.
I hear that.
Coach.
That's awesome. Well,
Yes, sir.
Josiah, we're looking forward to Thursday night. We're praying for a good and healthy, safe game,
Yes, sir.
and also a good and healthy rest of the year. We
Yes,
got
sir.
5 more regular season games before we hopefully hit the playoffs and get ready for that blue map.
Yes, sir.
We're looking forward to this Thursday night, and thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now is sophomore defensive back Kylan Baker. Kylan, thank you for joining us today on the show.
Thank you.
What do you think about Friday night? Looks like they were picking on you a little bit Friday night at Helena.
Yes, sir. That was a good team. It was a great environment to play in. And I feel like I got better from it, guarding their receivers.
When do you think they were trying to keep throwing your way? They just kept throwing. I thought we were going to see you get an interception, but you seemed like you locked that receiver down pretty good.
Yes, sir, I did. I thought I was going to get an interception too, but I dropped it somehow. That's just the life of a DB.
Well, that happens. So you got a big game coming up Thursday night against Auburn High School. I know you probably haven't seen much film on them. What's your thoughts about Thursday night?
I feel like it's going to be a good game. I think we're going to be really prepared to play them, and they're a good team from what I heard.
Any colleges, since you're a sophomore, have you had any contact with any colleges looking at you?
Yes, sir. I had a few like Troy, UAB, Mississippi State, and a few others.
That's awesome, Kylan. That's awesome. Well, we got a couple of 5 questions here for fun. It's for fun. No pressure. So, what's your favorite food?
I'm gonna probably say what Joe said. My mama's cooking.
There you
She know
go.
how to cook.
What's your favorite class here at Moody High School?
Miss Cook class, digital media. I like her class because if I want to like record stuff, she teach me, and then she help out with 411 Network a lot.
She does, and communications is a great field to get into if you plan to do that in college. So
Yes, sir.
we're gonna make sure she gives you extra credit or extra points for saying that today.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite music or artist?
Probably Right Way if I had to choose.
Okay. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Good one. Probably when I was 8 in Little League, I had scored 4 touchdowns in one game.
Okay, that's a great memory. So what's the plans after football and college? What do you plan to do with your life?
I really haven't decided yet, but I thought about driving trucks when I get older.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Well, Kylan, we appreciate your time today. We're praying and hoping for a healthy game Thursday night. And also, we got 5 more regular season games, and we're praying for a healthy and safe regular season games till we get to the playoffs. Again, we thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Coach, this Thursday night, you got another big challenge with the Auburn Tigers, high school Tigers, coming to Bill Maher Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Etheridge has done a great job down there, just building on what they've had going there for a while, and they are a really good football team. They'll be similar to the team that came here back in August from Atlanta, Gainesville. They look very similar in some areas, but really excited for the challenge. And, you know, my kids, we've talked about it all year, we've talked about it all offseason. We made this schedule for a reason. It was strategic, and this is a game right here in the middle of the season, kind of give you a little oil check and see where you're at. And also, no matter, you know, what, we're competing every game wanting to win, and you practice to prepare to win. And we know that when we get into the playoffs that there won't be another 5A team that has played a schedule as tough as
That's
ours.
true.
So, yeah, man, we're just excited to go compete. It's going to be a really fun atmosphere. It's a Thursday night. Should have a huge crowd from all over Birmingham. It's the number 2 team in 7A, so we should draw, you know, the Thompson, the Hoover, you know, and then obviously all of Coach Etheridge's Leeds people will be here, and so it should be a massive crowd and just a really fun night for some high school football.
I want to talk about Thursday night because a lot of people question why you're playing them on Thursday night, but you kind of did it for the Etheridge and his family, some Leeds people to be able to come here Thursday night.
Yeah, I wanted, we can say that one first because it doesn't sound selfish, but two, I wanted more people to come to our game.
Well,
and I
true,
think
yeah.
If you get a good Thursday night game and you're in the area, I think, a lot of people like myself, like I love high school football, I would go watch this game. And, we're a top 10 5A football team, and they're the number 2 7A football team. They're the largest school in the state enrollment-wise, and they're going to bring a huge crowd themselves. But you add on the Leeds people, Coach Etheridge did a lot for that community and that school and that football program. And so you add all of his people, plus I've had a few people from Thompson text me that they're going to be over here, and some of those kind of guys. Like, I think that this has a chance to be an enormous crowd and just like I said, a really fun atmosphere.
Kind of talk about Auburn a little bit. I know their running back, Omar Babson, he's like already 700 yards.
Yeah.
He seems like he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I think he's got offers from just about everybody in the country. O-line's big, really good skill, like receivers, not tall, like 6'4", 6'3", kind of like we've seen some teams have. They're all 5'11", 6 foot, but they can all go. Quarterback's a lefty, and he's just a really, really good high school football player. Really good high school football player. He's a winner, just finds ways to make plays. And so, yeah, offensively they are very, very strong. I think they're averaging 40-something points a game, and then defensively they're who they've always been. Coach Goolsby's the defense coordinator, and he's done a phenomenal job there since now he's been there a long time. And their defense is they fly around, they're aggressive, and they're going to try to make you beat them over their head, which is really tough to do. And so, we'll have our hands full all 3 phases. But like I said, cream rises, man. It's time to go.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time today. We'll look forward to the game Thursday night. Remember, it's this Thursday night, 7 p.m. here at the Bill. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. You can go ahead and buy your tickets now on the GoFan app, or you can wait till the night of the game and buy them at the gate. We're looking for a big crowd. We need everybody to show up and be loud and proud for your Blue Devils. Again, parking, be looking for Moody football boosters in their yellow or orange high-vis vest to direct you to the correct parking spot. If you do have a parking pass, we ask that you hang that on your rearview mirror so those parking attendants can direct you to the right parking spot. Again, we're looking forward to a big crowd here Thursday night. Go Blue Devils.